So X-Bear is gonna come out on Saturdays because today's a Saturday and today I put out the first episode of X-Bear. Today I recorded and put out the first episode. I was gonna do it yesterday, but then it fucked up. But today it worked. Well, today it's still it messed up, but it messed up with about 5 minutes left, and like the first large the audio was fine that I could tell at least. Yeah, so yeah, it went pretty well. I think that's the first video ever that's like edited heavily, or at least it's the first reading one that's edited for mistakes. I've edited some of these in the past for like interruptions and things. But for the X-Bear series, because it doesn't come out very often, and because I have such an admiration and respect for the author, I correct any mistakes I make in the thing. I normally correct it on the fly, you know? Like if I say something wrong, I'll just say it again. But in this instance, I am I do whenever I make a mistake, I stop, I slap my knee to make a spike on the thing on the waveform so that I can see where it is, and then I restart at an earlier part. There are some parts in that video where it's a little jumpy. Most of the time the audio is pretty clean. I tried to keep it, you know, relatively working, sounding kind of nice still. Like it's some parts the video will jump, and sometimes the audio is just a little bit off, or I sort of I misjudged where I could start it from, you know, because like if I mess up at one point and then, you know, I know where I messed up and then I restart somewhere, but like the part where I restart at happens to be like how do I describe this? So say I'm saying something and I'm saying something like this, but I wanted to restart exactly where I had said something right there. Either one of the somethings in that sentence. So say I was saying something and I was saying something like this. If I wanted to edit the something or edit anything, you know, part of that, I would have to like it has to come really, really close, because that whole sentence flows very quickly, you know. So say I was saying something and I was saying something like this, saying something like this. It because they're so close together, it's hard to splice it. Preferably, and I think most of the time, I brought it back at a part where there was a pause that I could work around, but I do remember there was one or two instances. Should I be selling these? I guess, I don't know. One or two instances where I did, in fact, mess that up a little bit, and there's just a little bit of sound is off. I think there's another part where the tone changes, or like the I guess it's tone, or right? Yeah, the way I'm saying it sort of changes kind of dramatically, more dramatically than I would have wanted. I think it was just like the time in between those two instances, or in between, you know, the first time I recorded it when I messed up, and then when I re-recorded it. I think something happened maybe, and I just didn't entirely remember how I had read it. So upon redoing it, I didn't follow exactly the same thing, and so it sounds a little bit off at times. And you know, I wanted to try to keep the video smooth. I didn't even try at all. I didn't try to smooth out the video, because I mean, if I were to desync the video and audio and use crop it around a little bit so that the scrolling still happens naturally. That would be possible, but just weird, and it would take too much time, and I don't care that much, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make the visuals sync up perfectly every time. For most of them, though, there are a lot of really seamless edits that I'm very happy about. That like there's for the ones that you'll notice, there are a lot more that you won't. Which I'm happy about. Unless you're really in tune and you know how audio works, or you're just good at listening to voices and you can tell that kind of thing. Some people can. I can. Some people can't. Some people just zone out and don't pay attention. But yeah. So I recorded that. I only recorded one of those because I don't have to record another one for like a week, so whatever. I recorded one of those. I recorded 2 Shield because I still have to record Shield, and then I recorded a whole shitload of Kumo because Kumo just started getting really fucking cool. Oh my god. I don't know if there's anybody who watches this that's also, has read Kumo or is keeping up with what I'm recording in Kumo, but oh my god. I'm just gonna spoil sorta. I want to spoil it because it's fucking. It's fantastic. It's insane. I'm just gonna say one thing. She became a god. she just sorta became a god, almost accidentally, and it's fucking great. Just like, oh my god, it's so good. Where it's at right now, it's so good. I wanted to record like 10 more chapters, but I already recorded 7, 8, 9, 10. I recorded 10 total, which is about an average. Whenever I sit down to record a bunch of Kumo, it's about 10. So that's good. It also means that I won't have to record for another 10 days, which is sad. But I could record again soon, and then just schedule them more, and then hell, I don't have to record for a good long while. But yeah, I don't have to record fucking deprived for still like another 10 days or so. Well, what? The first is Monday, and today's Sunday, right? Or is today Saturday? Today's Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday. So 10, 11, 12. I don't have to record deprived until the 12th, which is a Friday. I only know that because the 13th is a Saturday, and the 14th is my birthday, as well as Mother's Day on Sunday. And I don't know if I'm doing anything. I mean, the show will be over by then. This exact show, VC, I will be done with VC by, what is this, like 94? So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 more after this one. So on the 5th, I guess, right? Because tomorrow's the 30th, right? I remember, yeah, tomorrow's got to be the 30th because Monday is the 1st. Monday, I'm getting the thing that lets me try the new mic thing with a potential new mic. It'll be the new mic for streaming, but I don't know if this type of video, if it's gonna be the mic I want to use. It doesn't even, it's still the potential new mic in general, because I don't know if that's gonna be the setup I want to use when streaming too. It's just a potential setup. And I mean, like, I spent $30. but it's not like it's all gonna go to waste if it doesn't work, because it's just a bunch of fun chords is all it is. It's like 7 different adapters and chords and things that I can just sort of add to my collection in case I ever need to do something weird like this in the future. And they're all relatively useful. You know, they're splitters and adapters and things like that to sort of work my way around various things. And you know, in my head, it feels like it should work, but you know, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Is this setup gonna be mobile? If I wanted to do it with my phone, the setup could be mobile if I power the headphones via the USB thing. So the setup could be mobile. It's just a lot like right now the setup is, you know, holding the mic and the phone in the same hand with about like a foot long, or probably 2 feet, maybe. Well, a foot and a half long cable thing linking the two. So like I can go all the way around. I go all the way back easy. I bring it nice and close. Bring it nice and close and say get all nice and personal with some vocal fry in there. I like vocal fry. One thing so vocal fry, it's a thing I do naturally, and I never really thought about it until like I don't know. At one point, I don't know, maybe a few months ago, I wanted to just like learn a bunch of I wanted to do more singing. So I was learning a handful of vocal exercises and things. And, you know, I'm watching this video, and this dude's like, yeah, vocal fry, it's great. And I'm like, hey, I do that all the time. So now I do it. So now I do that as kind of one of my warm-up things, kind of. But there's another thing. What did he call it? Lip rolling? I don't know. That's the one I'm more likely to do. But because that's a vocal warm up too. And then one day I got the idea to combine the two, and it's a little difficult, but that's vocal fry and lip rolling thing. One cool thing, I don't know, I had an idea for a video goof that I was gonna do with this. I still might do it, but I was gonna introduce this in this goof, but it's not a very nice goof. I was just gonna my brother got me a harmonica when they went to New Orleans, and just I think like a few days ago, probably 2, I decided, hey, well, let's fuck around with this thing, see if we can learn anything, and it's pretty fun. And I was gonna do a little thing where I just play a bit of harmonica, and then like I would play something relatively good, like where's 4? I'm not very good at harmonica. But no, I was going to play something, and then I was going to be like, let's see what the dogs think of my harmonica. And then I was going to run to the other room and then play the highest note as loud as I can and watch them freak out. Because the cat hates it. The cat hates it. I try to stay away from the high notes, because the cat doesn't like it very much. But I thought it would be fun to do that sort of goof. But I don't want to do it with Grandpa also in the house. I just wanted to be the dogs, and between now and when I started fucking around with the headphones, there hasn't been a time where I've been home alone, so I haven't made the goof. But did I say headphones? Harmonica. I just made that up right now. I'm gonna call it I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I'm not very creative. Somebody give me a name for that. I don't remember how it goes. What? I don't know if it's very... I don't think there's much of a pattern to it. I mean, there's like a pattern that I'm repeating, but I'm not repeating it well. I don't know. Oops. Wonder how that sounds on the mic. Probably terrible. I should probably like move the mic away when I'm gonna harmonica. That's the continuation of the song. It's fun. You know, I haven't learned very much about how to play proper songs, and I forget very easily what hole does which note. I have to kind of work that out a little bit if I want to learn something. From a video tutorial, I kind of learned the opening to Pink by Aerosmith, but very kind of. I think I started to try to play it earlier, but it didn't go very well. And I can't play it like I can play the very, very start of it. It's like, where's... And then I don't know where it goes after that, or I don't know how to make it go. I think I have to draw at that point, but I've already been drawing so much. I don't know. I don't. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. I tried to learn some other things, but I forgot what they were. I don't know. Alright, I'll put the harmonica away. That probably was like just way too loud. In these, you know, I'm not going to be going through and lowering the volume of anything that peaks. Sorry about that. That's hard to do on mobile because I don't actually see the audio form thing unless it's an audio track. I can turn the video into an audio track and then just have them both running at the same time and mute the video, or just like, yeah, bring in the audio or bring in the video track, bring in the another video track, but make it an audio track because it can like if you put an audio or if you put a video in the audio track thing, what it does is it converts it to an audio track. It just takes the audio from that video. So if I wanted to do that, then I could, and I could just like cut, you know, what I would do for well, actually Kumo and things. I'm actually trying to edit those very lightly. I'm generally looking like if I see any like peaks or if I start, you know, yelling or something, I go to those and I lower the volume a bit on those just so that they're not like exploding in your headphones. But with this, I don't know. Power Director does something really weird when you cut a video, or I think it's just like when you start a video that's been cut, it makes this weird sort of clicking noise. It's the noise that happens almost always at the start of these videos because, you know, these videos, when I record them is not the start, like starting recording is not the same as starting when the video actually starts. So, you know, I have to crop out or I have to cut out that very beginning bit, and just because, I don't know, Power Director doesn't like me very much, so it makes this weird noise. And if I went and I, you know, cut around each little section where it got louder just to make those quieter, there would be that click in between. There's always a weird little click in between some sort of cut. So, you know, I don't know. It's not very worth it. I like this harmonica though. It's a Hohner. It's a New Orleans special Hohner harmonica. It's a C. Yeah, that's all I know. I've been watching a lot of speedruns lately. I wanted to watch anime at some point. Like, on my Wii U right now, on the Wii U gamepad, which I watch most of the shit with. Most of anything I watch on that. 5 of my tabs are anime that I plan on watching. And then the other tab, right now it's nothing. I only have access to 6 tabs on the Wii U gamepad. 5 of them are anime that I'm going to watch eventually. And the other one I use to open up YouTube, start a speed run, and then, you know, I close YouTube and just the video is playing because the video always plays. That's how I just absolutely ruin watching statistics because most of the time when I'm watching a video, I'm not. Sometimes it registers that I started the video, but most of the time I close out of the page and YouTube can't follow my progress through the video, so YouTube doesn't know how much of the video I watched if I'm watching it from my Wii U gamepad. If I close the page fast enough, like if I'm starting the video and the video is loading, like, you know, if I close the page fast enough, YouTube doesn't even recognize that I watched it at all, so it doesn't show up as a view, but I'm still able to watch it. I don't know why I do that, but I do it for everybody. Sometimes actually, I try to do it for people that I really like. I try to not do it. Sorry, I try to actually give them the view, but most of the time I don't. I agree. That's right. It's a music themed one. Nice. Take care of yourself.